so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we
Yo, we are back. Episode 38 of the Not the Same Podcast Sports Show, hosted by your one word C. Micah and the other one word Rob Redeem. What's up, brother?
Slow motion, brother. I'm just grateful to be here, bro. After that experience, I'm just so happy to be here.
Hey, bro, raise your seat up, man. I don't want you looking like little dude over there.
Yeah, I ain't. Brother, let me get it together, brother. I just called my rep not too long
by
ago.
C. Micah and little red dude over there.
Yeah.
All right, man. D, how you doing, man? Appreciate you sliding through. Miss Reese, Miss Ward, appreciate you sliding through. Pierre Lott, appreciate you, man. Good to see you last week, my brother. Brother.
Definitely. Appreciate the drop too, man.
Yes, sir.
The drop.
We're going to have some new drops soon. We got a lot of drops at a concert we was at last Thursday, but we'll tell you more about that. Last Saturday. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow in the Music and Faith show. This is the sports show, man.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, man, we need you to do us a favor. If you are watching us live on YouTube, because if you are watching us live, we is on YouTube, and you is on YouTube, do us a favor, do us a solid, and hit the like and subscribe button that you see, like on the screen, and go ahead and like this joint to help the YouTube algorithm let people know that we're live right now and get the numbers, get the flowing and all that. You will help your brothers. You will help your brothers by doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes, sir. And we got some rebroadcast partners, Rob. Tell them who they is.
Yo, shout out to the rebroadcast partners. We got RYC Praise News, a.k.a. Orlando Page. We have Sam Hishop out in Las Vegas. Who's Hop Hishop, Sam? On the, oh, my goodness, Hishop Podcast Network. We also got Scooter Praise 365. Hey, I'm about to get it together, brother. I just came back to life. I promised you about 5 minutes ago. Tell you in a minute. We also got our homeboy, Sparable Radio. We got MTMV Sports, our fam. We always got to show them love regardless. And we can't forget our guest from last week, our homie, Eric Boston for the 520 Collective.
Yes, sir.
It's also a rebroadcast. And if you peeping in, you sneaking a peek, you a regular viewer, and you got a platform that you would like to put us on, guess what? Slide through and let us know. You might be a rebroadcaster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what he said, man. If you want us over there, we will slide. It might be a fee, it might not be. We'll just see. You know what I mean? Dang, see you drinking out a keg? I am. A keg of water. Yes, sir. Yeah. And I got a whole lot of it over here. A lot. Like whoever had that song, How Much Money We Get? A lot. What up, Mr. G? Yes,
21.
Thanks. Yes. All right, man, let's get to the show, man. We got something special for you, man. But before we get into what's special, Rob, what is popping? Somebody tell me what's popping. So, little secret behind the scenes. So behind the scenes, Rob like, what's special, bro? I'm like, I don't know. It was something to say. One word, something to say. Type stuff we do. All right, man, let's get into it. First thing, KD says it's him or Steve Nash in their GM. KD, who is Kevin Durant, says it's either him, Steve Nash, or their GM. Other words, you got to get rid of them two, and I stay. Or if you don't get rid of them two, I'm gone. I'm deuces or gone, as Rob say. Bro, what you think about that?
I think it's pure D foolery, bro. And this is the reason I'm going to say it. KD, you are the one who signed off on Steve Nash coming through.
Come on, bro.
Unless that was a publicity stunt and you decided, okay, I'm going to roll with the squad because we got a good squad. You dig what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you something. Do I feel like Steve Nash should have gotten that coaching position? Absolutely not. Do I feel like Steve Nash was qualified for the position? Yeah, just a little bit. Do I think he knows his X's and O's where he got the position? Absolutely. You're not a two-time MVP and the basketball mind that Steve Nash is as a player. It doesn't mean it's going to transition over as a head coach. And I believe as this season went forward, KD saw some things that he didn't like. And I think mainly it was because every time he decided he wanted to try to puff his chest out, Steve Nash said, go sit down. Go ahead, man.
He ain't lying. Every time you say that, dog, it's funny. But, yeah, man, hey, KD chose the coach. KD, what's up, Miss Dingle? KD chose what's my man named Kyrie Irving. KD
Yeah.
chose everybody. They
James
laid it
Harden.
out for my man. Laid it out
Yeah.
for my man. And he had the audacity of this one word. The audacity of this one word to be like, nah, man, trade me. Bruh, if y'all would just, we going to get into this a little bit later, but let me just say this for this point. If they would just calm their nerves and realize they have 3 all-stars on their team. And
Hall
they
of
have some
Famers.
very good role players.
3 Hall of Famers, brother. If you want to be real
Ben
with it.
Simmons is not a Hall of Famer.
I'm
I'm
talking
talking about
You know,
I'm
they
talking about
had 3
Kyrie.
Hall of-
Yeah,
had
I'm
3
talking
Hall
about
of Famers.
Kyrie and KD. Ben Simmons,
Yeah, okay.
no.
No,
But
no.
they have 3 all-stars on their team, and they're bickering and fighting and not recognizing what they got. But anyway, on to the next subject, because he get on my nerves too, Miss Dingle. Serena Williams to retire after the U.S. Open. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, man. So look, Serena was gone. Hold on, I'm trying to scroll and get to my spot. Serena won her first match after a hamstring injury that kept her out for about a year. If y'all saw the match, no shade to Serena, because she's been in great shape her entire. She looked out of shape. You know, tennis is not one of them sports that you can be gone, and if you're not in it, I'm telling you, you use every muscle in your body, including your pinky toe, including the pinky toe.
Yes,
you
sir.
hear what I'm saying? So
Yes, sir.
She defeated Nuria Perez's 6-3, 6-4 at the Women's National Bank Open up in Toronto, and she just realized, like, yo, I ain't got nothing else to prove. My body ain't working the way it was. So yeah, man. Salute to Serena, man. She opened up a lot of doors for a lot of female tennis players, not just blacks, but female tennis players all over the place. And she was a trendsetter. She just did so much for the sport in and outside of the sport, actually.
Yeah.
So salute. If she gonna retire, let it go.
Yeah, that's one of those sports that was usually reserved for the prim and proper, well endowed, and she did not fit that, right?
No.
She didn't grow up well endowed. She was not prim and proper. There was 2 little black, her and her older sister, who were both goats, and Venus as well as her, were nowhere near prim and proper, and they were from Compton, California. You know what I'm saying? So I'm positive they deal with all type of issues and racism and slick jokes. Folks will. I remember back in the day, folks was mocking her body. You stupid! You think that woman body messed up? You got problems.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if you think that woman's body is messed up, you have never experienced, and what I mean, seen a black woman. That's not, she's just a thick black woman, so to speak. But she's very muscular and in shape, and she, salute to her, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to her. She walked at a match one time, made everybody mad. Salute to her, man. One thing I am big on is you being able to be yourself. You dig what I'm saying? You ain't got to be what we call it. You don't have to be disrespectful to other people's opinions, but you shouldn't be so neutered that you can't be yourself. You know what I'm saying? She black, she black. You know what I mean? That's their culture. You know what I'm saying? Show your culture. If a person is Irish, they can come out there with the bagpipes and all that. Scottish. If you Scottish, you can come out there with the bagpipes and the kilt, aka a skirt. Ain't nobody looking at you sideways. Why she got to dumb everything down? I'm just saying. Anyway, I know that went a place you didn't expect, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, because they went through a lot. I remember when they had the beads, and then the judges was, judging them because the beads in their head and the bead fell out, and they just got disqualified a few times. But guess what they did? They went on to be some of the greatest. We're talking about Andre Agassi, Arthur Ashe. You know what I'm saying? And the greats of tennis on both sides. You know what I mean? I can't think of everybody's name because I actually do watch tennis as far as Australian and Wimbledon
Djokovic
champions.
And, what's the dude?
So
I forget, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. I can't think of his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. In
Billie
tennis.
Jean King. I know that was a lady that was good.
They sit up there on the Mount Rushmore of tennis, period. Not just women, but tennis, period.
Yeah. So, man, salute to her. This is for you, Miss Winder. This one right here. Roquan Smith, who is a Bears linebacker, requests a trade and blast the Bears front office. Obviously, the Bears have I kind of threw this one on you, Rob. So, obviously, the Bears have a new front office, and they're not rubbing him the right way, so to speak. He don't like them, and he said unless – I forgot who the owners of the Bears are. Maybe D. Unless the owners of the Bears contact him personally, he out. That's what he says. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
said they just messing up. So anyway,
Just another millionaire upset because he ain't getting his way, man. I'm sorry.
this is true. One thing I do hate about I'm just gonna leave it what you said. Another millionaire getting upset because he ain't getting his way. Feel like you disrespected, not getting enough money. And I understand that because I know we can say that as people that are not millionaires. But you know, I guess if we were dealing with other people in our tax bracket and we was getting a piss poor level of upgrade or whatever you call a bonus, we'd be mad too. But still, it's hard for non-millionaires to look at millionaires argue with billionaires about paper. They're just kind of aggravating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. I believe it was Shanae Abumake. That's how you say it, but it don't look like that.
No,
But
it's not Shanae. It's the other one.
okay. I don't know
Her
the other one's
sister.
name.
Yeah, her
But
sister.
Abumake speaks out about WNBA travel. I know there was an incident where McCaskey. Thank you, D. She was talking about the owners of the
Bears. Yeah.
So it was an incident where they were stuck in LAX overnight, and we've talked about it millions of times on this show. The disrespect
LAX,
that the WNBA has for their players. They got to fly commercial, and I would say this part: if we had a WNBA team here in St. Louis, I would go just to support it. You know what I mean? But it still sucks. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, bro.
So this is how the story. Long story short, this is what happened. I know my man said LAX. It's the LA Sparks. They actually were stuck in Dulles. And what happened, they played the Washington Mystics on Sunday night. They drove all the way to Dulles when Reagan is like 15 minutes away from the arena, from Verizon or whatever it's called. They sent these sisters all the way up to freaking Dulles in Virginia. Makes absolutely no sense. There were delays. The first delay delayed them to 1. The second delay delayed them even further. Then the next thing you know, it's the next night. They had a game that day, and they just got stuck. And there was a lot of people saying this is the first time in my 15-year career that I've ever had to spend a night in the airport. It's ridiculous. First of all, they're playing the Mystics at Verizon. I don't know what it is right now. I don't know if it's Verizon. I don't know what center it is.
Whatever
but they're
it is.
literally, I'm from D.C.
Yeah.
Reagan is 15 minutes, 20 with traffic from the airport to that arena. 15 minutes. And they took them an hour and a half to 2 hours up to Dulles. Come on, man. WNBA just got to do better. And Agumake is actually a part of what is it? PR for the players. The Chris Paul of the WNBA, if you will.
Yeah. Players Association.
Yeah, Players Association
so
president.
Okay.
And she spoke out about it, and they just got to do something better. I'm still trying to figure out why they sent these women to Dulles, and Reagan was 15 minutes away. I'm baffled off that, bro. But yeah, on to the next.
It's hard for me to understand. Like, if you own WNBA team, most of the people that own them are millionaires, big time millionaires, big money millionaires. Some of them own NBA teams as well, and they own both. Like I believe Minnesota is like that. You know, you get both of them. You know, maybe Atlanta is like that too. You get both of them, right? I mean, you can't set aside some bread just to fly them charter, dog. So they ain't got to deal with this. They're professionals, man. And like I know, I get it. Like they don't get the support they need to all the time. Me and you have talked about this. You know, they market it to the wrong people instead of basketball fans. They market it to one niche
particular
community. You know what I'm saying? And that's not smart because they don't have all the buying power. You know what I mean? But it's just, I don't know, man. It just disappoints me, bro, for real.
Well, one of the things, and we can move on after this, one of the things is competitive edge. So they won't allow the owners who have more money to fly their people because then it gives them a competitive edge.
Everybody be trying to go to those teams, right?
Right, and not only that, it gives them a competitive edge on the court because now they didn't have to wait for the delay. They had a charter to put them straight into the city. Now they sleep. They got the rest, competitive edge, especially when it comes to the playoffs. So that's the theory behind it.
Yeah, still trash, but it's true, and I agree.
Yeah.
All right, last thing. What up, Hagens?
What
Hagens
up,
in the
brother,
building.
bro?
Appreciate you. Jello Ball drops 52 in the Drew lead. Not LaMelo, not Lonzo, but Jello, the middle brother, drops 52 in the Drew lead.
That's my son. and my LeVar voice.
Yes.
There he is. Anyway, yeah, man. I think Jello is trying to prove that, hey, look, I'm just as good. And honestly, if Jello doesn't get caught up in the UCLA scandal over in China, and
Mm-hmm.
Trump had to go and
Mm-hmm.
bail him out and bring him back
Mm-hmm.
to the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
because Jello almost got caught up in some Brittany Griner type stuff. He stole something.
Mm-hmm.
He stole something out of a store in China, and they was about to, prosecute this man.
Mm-hmm.
And he wasn't getting back. And it was Trump that went over, picked
Mm-hmm.
Jello up, and his
Mm-hmm.
teammate brought them back over. And Jello kind of have had a stigma behind him ever since. But he can ball, man. The Ball brothers can ball. LeVar,
Yes, sir.
shout out to LeVar as a father, because
Yes, sir.
he's been promoting his sons forever. Even before
Mm-hmm.
Big Baller Brand came out, he's been promoting his sons, saying, hey, look, they dope, they dope, they dope. And Jello would have been drafted from UCLA had this not happened. So to see him
Yeah.
drop 52 in the Drew League, which is not a trash league, mind you, we just talked about LeBron and DeMar DeRozan in the Drew League
Mm-hmm.
winning only by
Mm-hmm.
2.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's big. Go ahead, see, my bad.
Yeah, I agree. I think one day he'll get a shot, man. When he gets his shot, he gonna have to ball out. On another side, I say this, and this is not a political show, but it's interesting to me. And I'm not this big Trump guy, but it's interesting to me when people got caught up back in the day, he wouldn't got them folks. Brittany over there stuck. I'm just.
Message.
I'm not the Trump guy. Me or Rob ain't gonna say we ain't Trump supporters and this ain't a political show, but that's interesting, man, because he was able to go get them folks, and
It wasn't just them two.
It wasn't just conversation, and he ain't had to give up other murderers, and that's something, man. That's something to think about. All right, man. That's it on that. Let's get into the soapbox segment, man, before we get ran off here.
Soapbox.
Hold on. Also, before we get into this, I'm sorry, watch. Okay, why is this showing? All right, anyway. Welcome to our soapbox segment. I wanted to say this though, that WNBA playoffs is coming. There was one thing that was supposed to be on our list and
Yeah,
was
man.
accidentally left off. So the playoffs are coming. I watched a great game over the weekend, man. It was scores back and forth. So salute to them, man. Yeah, A$AP Rocky, Annie Parton, Kodak Black. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this ain't a Trump show, but I'm just saying, a lot of us that look like me and Rob, hey man, hate all us. Hey. Anyway.
He got some one words up out of some
Get some of you one words up out of here though, huh? Anyway, this is our soapbox segment where me and Rob go in on subjects that we may be aggravated with, or sports subjects, or whatever it may be. I normally take a subject that's just getting on my nerves. Rob normally takes a sports subject, but sometimes we flip flop. Last week I didn't have one. I got one today, but as usual, I allow my brother Rob to go first. It got a time to look like this, and when it's over, it's a buzzer that sounds like I ain't put my buzzer on my thing. Where's my buzzer?
Please
Okay, and it got a buzzer that sounds like this. As tradition, I always let my brother.
I want it now.
Yeah. All right. I always let my brother Rob go first. Brother, is you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm ready, bro.
Let's get it.
Hey, check this out, man. Rucker Park has seen Kevin Durant drop 66 points. Allen Iverson becoming the #1 favorite at Rucker Park. You also have Vince Carter, who got his name half amazing off of an alley-oop that took place at Rucker Park. Drew League, we have of late LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, Kobe Bryant, 45 points, including the game winner jumper at the buzzer. Playoff P, Paul George with an epic 360. We had Sweet Lemon Pepper Lou, gave him a 50-piece at the Drew League. We had Pascal Siakam delivered 38, 15, 11 assists. Not to mention the various programs that we've seen over the summer, Bontero and Holgram 2 weeks ago in the Jamal Crawford program. Kyle Kuzma just the other night, a.k.a. Cruz, 67-point double-double. These guys are balling. My point to that is we as basketball fans, we love to see these basketball players go out and play in these tournaments and let the nations know, and giving the cats around the nation an opportunity to show we the best of the best out here while y'all saying we bums, a.k.a. Kyle Kuzma. Yeah. Now GMs are beginning to be concerned about their investments playing in extracurricular events. But my thing is, on one hand, I totally get it.
Yep.
You dig what I'm saying? I understand
Yeah.
that's my investment. If he go down, I'm done with it. On the other hand, this can bring more fans. This can bring more notoriety to your franchise. And it also keeps your guy in shape so he's not coming back looking like he in a fat suit, a.k.a. James Harden. So this is what I will say. You can't stop them from playing in these games because these games are classic. They're common. It's what connects the culture to basketball, hip hop
Yes,
to
sir.
basketball by
Yes, sir.
going back to these leagues and doing the things that they're doing. GMs, if it's not in your contract and it's not in the clause, keep your mouth closed. And that's all I got to say about that.
I agree with that. Hagan said half the Knicks team show up to the Drew League and lost. This is facts. Starters, Jalen Brunson included, and they took a L. They took a L. All right, man.
The Drew League is not a game. For anybody who think that they just going in getting buckets, these dudes is real. What you got, C?
Yeah, the Drew League is not a game. Don't mess with them in some real buckets. All right, so here's my soapbox segment. You know, there's a thing called a swimming pool. You know, you go to your house. If you got one in your house, you swim, have a good time. You know, you may go to a water park. I don't know what the water park here is called. We got a lot of YMCAs that have basically water parks in them. You know, we got the Maryland Heights Community Center has basically a water park.
Six Flags.
Six Flags. We got all these places with water parks, right? So I have a question for you. And this happens a lot more in the Caucasian delegation and other race delegation, not just Caucasian, but other races. Why in the world would you hop your butt in a lake or a pond? My one word, what is wrong with you? You know what's floating in a lake and a pond? Something called fish poop. You know what I'm saying? Eggs and little babies and algae and all that type stuff. You be the same people, and Rob don't say this because he's a dog owner, but you be the same people be talking about, oh, I kissed my dog. He got the cleanest mouth in the world. You is nasty. Why is you in the dadgum living water? I ain't talking about the Holy Ghost. I ain't talking about spiritualism. I'm talking about we talking about water with truly alive water, a pond or whatever. Like, dog, a lot of people doing like, man, it's better than the ocean. No, it's not. No, it's not. You know what that salt do? Kill a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Clean a lot of stuff. But what do a lake have in it other than germs, bacteria, leeches, and all the things that swim and crawl? Their bathroom is in that water, and you up there swimming. You nasty one word. You is nasty, nasty, nasty. Like, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Don't tell me it is good. And you know how I delegate. All not just black, not just white people neither. All races, they'll be like, yeah, man, I'm going to the lake for the weekend. You nasty one word. You is nasty.
Hey, bro, you can go to the lake and stay in the boat. You ain't got to get out in the water.
No, I'm talking about the swimming, dog. I ain't talking about just riding in the lake. I ride in the lake, but I ain't swimming in the lake. Heck no, dog. That's why I swim in a swimming pool. It got chlorine in it. That's chlorine to clean you nasty dudes.
Yeah, the ocean got salt.
A lot of salt content. That's right. So anyway, let's get to the Bayview. I'm a couple of comments. Mr. G say C don't want no cooties. Absolutely, I don't. No, I don't. And then look at Haggis. My dog looking at herself right now. She better not try to come kiss me. That's what I'm saying. You weirdo. Right. You don't swim in the ocean. See, yes, I do. I said the ocean has salt in it. The salt can get rid of some stuff. I ain't swimming in no pond though. Yes, I have swum in the ocean quite a few times actually. But anyway, this is our debate feud segment where me and Rob go into subjects for about 5 minutes with a timer to look like this. And when it's over, you hear a buzzer that sounds like this as well. All right, you go swim your one word tail out there then.
I'm taking the chlorine.
I take the chlorine, fam. I mean, I ain't trust that lake. And look, I don't believe in scary movies, but where did Jason get all his folks at? No, I'm just kidding. This is our debate feud segment when me and Rob go.
The lake was named C's wife name, if I'm not mistaken. Crystal Lake.
That's the only lake I'm swimming in. Hold on. That is the absolute only lake I am swimming in. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back.
Hey man, get to this debate fuel, cuz you tripping.
All right, man, it's debate for you. Like I said,
right.
with me and Rob going on subjects back and forth. We do it for 5 minutes with a
My
time
one
look
word.
like this. First subject for the night. Is KD crushing his trade value with his demands from the Nets? Is KD crushing his trade value with his demands from the Nets? What are his demands? His demands are that Steve Nash and their GM be fired or removed, and he will stay. If not, he demands to be traded. Rob, what do you think?
Absolutely not. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Any franchise to say yes, they lying. They lying
right.
like a mug. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, who not gonna want KD? We talking
Right.
about a 7-footer with I think a 7-foot wingspan with the guard with the handles of a guard can shoot up pure man, please. He can
pure
demand
bucket.
whatever you buckets. Mid-range 3-pointer, and
Yes,
if he
sir.
didn't wear a size 15 shoe that day, he would have won the game. You hear me? Absolutely not. Hey,
The voice.
like
What up, sir?
go ahead and hit that button for him.
Like the voice said.
No.
But
Exactly.
I will say this. No, I don't believe it's hurting his value at all. I'm telling you what's hurting his value. There's a man named Rudy Gobert. That's what hurt his value. Because the uneducated Minnesota Timberwolves traded literally just about 9 players for Rudy Gobert, a man that cannot shoot threes, right? His best attribute is defense. The man is that a lot of people say started this whole COVID thing in the NBA,
Right, in the NBA.
with his nasty self. You know what I mean? So yeah, with his looking. Yeah, man. So he the one that messed it all up, and not because he asked for a trade. They didn't say he asked for a trade. I'm telling you why it messed up, because he got so much, right? Which means nobody in the world is going to give anything less than what Gobert got for KD, because KD is a franchise changer. You dig what I'm saying? Average team goes to basically superstar team soon as he get there. Average team goes to what you call a title contender soon as he walks in the building, if you keep your players. So I believe that's what's hurting it more than anything. But is this discouraging for a team that can do it, but to be fine, like Miami, like your team, right? They can do it, but they'll still be straight even if they don't do it. And one team that I feel like would not put up with mess like this is Miami. They is not for that at all. Ask LeBron. They is not about that. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
As Jimmy Butler, shoot. Because Haslam got with him. But on to the KD thing, he's not crushing his trade value. I actually think it's strategic. Because if him doing what he's doing, other teams, as soon as he walked through the door, gonna tell him, hey, look, man, this is what the game plan is. We got you for a few years. Let's get it, whatever you want to do. But we said this in the What's Poppin'. KD, you signed off on Nash coming through.
Yes, you did.
They asked you everything that they did this year. They did it for you, and you don't like the mess that you created. You dig what I'm saying? Like you had some Legos. You built your big building, and your building don't look as good as the championship Golden State Warriors or as the Milwaukee Bucks or even the Miami Heat. And now you upset because you don't have the skill set because you're not a GM. And this is the problem with superstars who wants to be the GM. They start playing the blame game.
Yes.
Nobody knew Kyrie was going to do what Kyrie was going to do.
That's right.
You dig what I'm saying?
That's right.
James Harden was like, man, I'm out of here. And we all know how James roll. Give me my ball. I'm going home. He do it everywhere he goes. So what you got on that, C? But it ain't gonna hurt him.
I just think it's crazy, man. Like, it's the same thing. I think it's bad. It's a bad precedence for players having that much control, right? KD is one of those guys, man, I just hoop. Well, bro, just hoop. You dig what I'm saying? Because you got rid of a good coach to bring in Steve Nash. Kenny Atkinson was a good coach. He had the Nets in the playoffs before you got there. With
role players.
With role players and young guys. You dig what I'm saying? Well, that means he is a good coach. And you ran him out of here to bring Steve Nash, a totally unproven Hall of Fame point guard, great point guard, but unproven coach. You dig what I'm saying? And I think it's trash. But Hagan said KD trying to be LeBron, but he ain't that guy, though. He ain't.
He's not.
And LeBron messed up, too, though. That's the problem. And then Hagan said, I still blame him for COVID. He touched that mic and the whole world shut down 2 days later.
Factually, bro. Hey, factually, bro. I promise you, I want to smack the back of his head.
Hey, Mr. G say let him sit and right. Hey, it is what it is, man.
If he don't want to, but here's the problem. Here's the problem. We can move on because I know we passed our time limit.
Okay.
In the NBA, the difference between NBA and NFL is they gotta pay this one word. You dig what I'm saying? Like they had to file paperwork to not pay Kyrie. They had to file paperwork to not pay Ben Simmons. This is all Brooklyn Nets players now, but it's a little different in the NBA. So letting them sit and rot, it's still coming off his paper. What they gonna have to do is just swallow their pride, do what Utah did. Utah got a gang of picks. You know, they got a gang of young people in picks and said, go Bear, go about your business. They're going to have to swallow it up and be like, all right, KD, cool. Because guess what? KD can't win. He only won with Golden State. And what's Golden State have proven? We won before you. We won after you. And you were just a compliment to the Hall of Famers we already got on our squad. That's all I'm saying.
What my bro said, ditto. On to the next subject. This is a deep one, man. It's not funny. All right, before I even start the time, a former assistant Oklahoma football coach, Cale Gundy, says the N-word when he read a player's iPad because he wasn't paying attention. He resigned, but should he? Let's go, Rob.
Absolutely not. But because he in Oklahoma, that one word had to. And the reason I say that because I hate to say it, and for all my Oklahomians and whatever you are considered, Oklahomans. I'm just gonna say Oklahomians. It's known that you guys are racist at different times. Some, I'm not gonna say you. So let me retract that statement. It's known that it's a racist spot, just like Missouri is known for being racist. So for you to say some of that, I need more context on what happened.
I got you. I have the article. I ain't going to put it up, but let me read this. Gundy announced his resignation Sunday night, saying he noticed that a player who supposed to be taking notes during the film session was distracted. So he picked up the player's iPad and read the words on screen, including the N-word. The unfortunate reality is that someone in my position can cause harm without ever meaning to do so, Gundy wrote in a statement posted on his Twitter account. In that circumstance, a man of character accepts the accountability, and I take responsibility for my mistake. I apologize. Gundy said in that moment he did not even realize what he was reading, and as soon as he did, I was horrified. Then he said, I want to be very clear. The words I read aloud from the screen were not my words. What I said was not malicious. It wasn't even intentional, Gundy wrote. Still, I am mature enough to know that the word I said was shameful and hurtful, no matter my intentions. Let me say this. I ain't got this button for this show, but let me say, Cap. Cap. Listen, dog. Listen. If you was at work and you was giving a presentation, Rob, you probably have to do that work sometimes. Get in front of the whiteboard or whatever, give your presentation. And
white boy. You didn't say white boy.
No, the board. You know what I'm saying? Or in front of the projector or whatever. You give your present. Hey, you can say kale salad looking boy. You threw me all the way off. Anyway, you give me your presentation in the whiteboard and you reading something and somebody throws the F word in there. You're smart enough to know, okay, I'm in front of my boss or whatever. I'm not going to say the F word. You can easily just say that, right? You can recognize this is the wrong word to say. And later on in that article that I read, he didn't say it just one time. He said it multiple times. Hold on, let me pull this back up right quick just for okay, the head coach, because he's assistant.
Two curse words. You wouldn't say three.
Right. All right. So this is the coach word. This is what the coach said. The coach said, as painful as it has been dealing with Coach Gunner resigning from the program, doesn't touch the experience or the pain felt by. Oh, anyway, that's not what I meant. Hold on, let me go back. Basically, he said it over and over again, mockingly. He didn't just read it one time. So you could say he read it one time. Should he resign? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? He should be disciplined, I would say. But he didn't went like he just read it once and be like, oh, he said that. Oh, I said it. No. They say he read it multiple times, over and over, which means the
that's why I
N-word
said
is rolling
context.
off your mouth way too easy, my guy. Way too easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's two sides to this. Either he wanted to get up out of there because he know they ain't gonna win this year, and he got another opportunity somewhere else across the country. So if Mr.
Nah.
Kale is a coach somewhere else very soon, do not be surprised. He take this year off, then next year he a coach. But I'm with y'all. It is capped. That's why I said I gotta have the context, which
Yeah.
he read it several times. That means he was like, shoot, this is my opportunity.
I'm free to say it. What I be saying in the office all the time. Listen, man, I'm sure the head coach that kind of chided him, as you say, when he left, says it. I'm sure it's a lot of people, white people, other races that say it. Be smart enough not to say that in public, because just because we can say the one word, don't mean you get to say it. That's just the way it goes. You know, ain't nothing. Listen. People fought for freedom. They fight for this. They fight for rights. This is a right you don't get to have. Just let us have that word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna. When we say the one word, just figure it out. But everybody don't get to say the one word. Just say what we say. One word. Save yourself, my guy.
Not only that. When we say the one word, we talking about any of y'all one words. Black, Mexican, white, Chinese, Vietnamese, black,
any color, it don't matter.
We don't care if you acting
we
ignorant, because that's what the word really
True
means.
meaning of
ignorant. That's what we've just flipped it, and guess what? The one word of the day might look like the back of the screen. They different colors. You just never know.
Plenty of times. And with that being said, kale salad, fruit salad, it don't matter. Bama by 40.
You ain't never lied.
You ain't never lied, brother. No lies spoken. All right, man, last subject for tonight. The NFL preseason starts tomorrow. Do you think we still need 3 games? Do you think we still need 3 games? When I'm speaking of 3 preseason games. It used to be 4, then took it down to 3.
Yeah, they added that extra game in the
Now there's one extra game for the Hall of Fame game. That team gets 4, but everybody else get 3 games.
Well, this is what I'll say. First of all, the preseason is in full effect. Hall of Fame game that C just mentioned was the Raiders versus the Jaguars last week, and the Raiders won 27-11. There's 2 games tomorrow in the Giants and Patriots, and Titans and Ravens. Who cares? This is, and this is why I say who cares. The only reason we have preseason games is so these rosters can get cut all the way down to 50. It is 52 one words on every team. That is a lot of people, and that's just the players, not the coaching staff. And they got to cut it from 80 down to 52 by the time they start game 1 for the regular season. And then you get your practice squad. That's all the Hall of Fame is about. So don't get mad if you watch the game tomorrow and you don't see Jackson. You don't who Titans, and you don't. What's the Titans quarterback name? I can't even think of the boy name. Yeah, Tannehill. You don't get mad when you don't see these boys playing tomorrow. You dig what I'm saying? Because they are trying to cut their roster so they can get ready to try to win a real championship. Plus, it's the NFL, bro. Like, those are hits. It ain't no fake hits in the preseason. This ain't practice. Go ahead, bro.
I would say this. 3 games max, maybe 2. I think they do need the games. I have a different opinion than you do. I think rhythm is a real thing. Y'all remember last year, you can remember, Rob, when my man Aaron Rodgers' team got blasted at the beginning? Aaron didn't play no preseason games, and he recently talked about, no, I'm not playing any games, and if I'm going to do just a couple of snaps, what's the use of me going up there? And then said, but if the coach want me to do it, I'll do it, in a very sarcastically way. I think there's a balance of, I think they should at least play a half. You know what I'm saying? The good players, man, because, dog, like you said, these are grown men, they hitting for real, and there's a risk of injury. But ta-da, it's the NFL. Anytime you step on the field, it's a risk of injury.
Yeah,
but I think they need the rhythm, man, because, dog, you lose 3 or 4 games in the beginning, you off. You mess around, get behind the 8 ball and can't come back. Or, it could be a false reality, like you play real good in the preseason, get the rolling at the beginning, a.k.a. Arizona. And then all of a sudden, reality hit, and they turn back to what they supposed to be. Cinderella turned back, chariot turned back to a chariot, turned back to a pumpkin. That glass slipper just go to them fat feet. Right, they are who you thought they were. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened, man. So I think no more than 3, but probably 2. I think really the real reason they have this, not even what you said. I mean, I understand what you said. It's not even what you said about getting the roster down. It's not even what I said about the players getting the rhythm. You know what it is? It's called money. That's what it is. That's what they want. And every game that's played, people watch. Maybe you don't watch, but by far this is the biggest sport. And the ATV ratings is ridiculous, and people love football in America.
No doubt, brother. No, hey, I can't say nothing about it. But what I will say is 3 games is too many. Give them 2. 3 too many. 3's a crowd. That's what they say, right? You better go, hey, 2. Give them 2. Let them go. And I understand rhythm, man, but it's too many people get hurt. Look, Kurt Warner would not be Kurt Warner if Trent Green doesn't get hurt in the preseason game. You dig what I'm saying? Now, it opens up doors for others.
Dak Prescott would not be who he was if Tony Romo didn't get hurt in the preseason game.
Right. You know, you got Matt Castle wouldn't have never been Matt Castle, even though he wasn't, if Tom Brady doesn't get hurt. You dig what I'm saying? But it gives the preseason, it's only for those backups wishing this one word get hurt so he can get it.
It'll be my chance. It'll be my chance.
So he can get it. So he can get his shine on. You dig? Now, not everybody think that way, but there are some Hall of Famer greats who never would have been seen if a person wouldn't have got hurt in a preseason game. So, you know, I don't know, man. Whatever.
Hayden say it's needed though for those players trying to make the team. This is their chance to show what they can do in a game.
It is. But I mean, that's what you got the practice squad for. And the reason I say that is because practice squad, y'all can bank on them if you want. It's cats living off the practice squad. And these cats make, if I'm not mistaken, almost 6 figures a year just to be on the practice squad. So, you know, sign me up for a cornerback. I still got a little speed on me. I'll take that check.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm straight. Matter of fact, I give it a big old no.
Hey,
I ain't studying.
I take it.
All right, man. Hey, we ain't got no one word on tonight, so we're going to get on up out of here, man. We love y'all. To get over here to our one of our favorite parts of the show.
Yo, yeah, hey, go ahead and take that Spin Award down. For everybody who voted for the Spin Awards, we want to say thank you. Voting is now officially over as C took that back. Before I get into this, the one thing that we do want to remind you, hit that notification button, that like, that subscribe. We really want to appreciate everybody who voted. We want to appreciate everybody who has subscribed and everybody who supports on a weekly basis. So if that's the case, if you think we're doing a good job with this podcast and you want to know how you can be a blessing or you want to support us, look, pray for us, because when we got these 3 shows in a week and me and C both got families and full-time jobs, it can be strenuous, but we still do it by the grace of God, and we appreciate your prayers. But you can also hit our Cash App sign. Our Cash App up, cash sign, not the same podcast. Go to the website, notthesamepodcast.com/support. We do have merch still. You can get Not the Same Podcast shirts. Hey, wintertime coming, grab them hoodies. Them hoodies fire, man. I'm telling you, they custom made. If you got a custom order for your team in particular, hit our inbox. Let us know what them colors are. It's going to cost you a little more, but you're going to be looking fresh with that Not the Same Podcast.
Yes, sir. So with that being said, we'll be back tomorrow with the Music and Faith show. We got a doozy. I got a doozy subject to talk about. A couple of them, man, but we going to go in. So be here on time tomorrow night, 6:55. 6 o'clock. Don't come at 6:55. We will be getting up out of here at 6:55.
We'll be at this part at 6:55.
Yeah, that's right. But we'll be here tomorrow live and direct right here on YouTube. So I'm C. Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
We out, man. See y'all tomorrow.
Christ lives in us, so we gave us the strength, so we gave us the power, so we he's showing out, that's why we